In this video, I want to cover 7 rumors that I see everywhere right now going in my DNA games, on YouTube messages, on Reddit, our favorite place, and I'm going to give my opinions where I believe these are completely fake or we do not have any dev information or code leaks. If I am wrong on any of these, I do apologize. Take this with a grain of salt. And if you have found any myths or rumors, please let me know down in the comments. Okay, there's so many rumors that people are getting baited into, and I honestly don't understand why. Like, a lot of people are just saying like, this is how this works, this is how that works. And don't get me wrong, I'm not like an expert or like a dev for the game or anything, but a lot of the things that they say honestly don't make sense to me. One of the things that people say, for example, is that PSYCHE I2 ruined her. How? I think it's because people say that like it spreads them around, like makes them like explode or whatever. The PSYCHE L2 is bad because there was this video trending around, which I don't understand who did it. I saw the title, I didn't click it because I'm already so enough of this. But could you imagine going back to Genshin C6 Bennett? Oh my god, don't do it. I don't want people to think not to I2 their PSYCHE. It is literally not bad. So I remember back in the day when Genshin, when you C6 Bennett, everyone was like, oh my god, your account is bricked, and people would quit Genshin over it. Don't quit DNA because you I2 your PSYCHE and some baboon has said it's bad. But if you want to intro to, go ahead. Because if you don't go ahead, what? You're not gonna 3, 4, 5, and 6. You're just gonna leave all your cons. Like, honestly, one of the dumbest things and rumors I see people say right now, you can't I2 your PSYCHE. Do I2 your... I wish I could I2 my PSYCHE. I'm just not lucky enough. If you don't want to listen to it, do I2 it. It honestly doesn't matter. Eventually, you're gonna I6 her if you really like her, and who cares? If you really like her, you want the best. If you want her for damage, it's more damage, okay? Get Lady Niffle. I think Lady Niffle is absolutely insanely good, and that fixes all the problem. Like, what do you mean? Like, it's such famous. It was one of the most annoying things I've seen, okay? Another thing people have a misconception about, for example, that people still don't understand, and I need to talk about this because I didn't know this until someone told me, is that Prime mods are not actually stackable. So for example, so when we see Prime Uplift, these effects, Prime effects, are not stackable. So if you put this Prime Uplift on every single character, it is not going to increase every single teammate's strength by 11%. The most common one, the one I got absolutely baited, and it changed a lot of my builds because it literally doesn't stack, is Serenity. I was recommending people stack Serenity on every character. However, I obviously didn't know that it doesn't stack. It doesn't stack, so make sure you have a different type of Prime mod on them because these effects literally don't stack. Another thing is the character's main weapons. Like, bro, you go to view attribute and it says weapon. Attack increases when equipped with a corresponding weapon. Here's the problem. It doesn't say how much it's increased to. These weapons are not necessarily the best, okay? They're giving you no info. I would say, don't, like, if you have a weapon that they like, do use it. But for example, on Lady Niffle, it says Katana Pistol. I, more often than not, for the weapon, I am going to be using this Scythe, this polearm, even though it's not good on her. It gives 28%, and if you add more entrance to it, it's going to give more skill damage, which I definitely think is just it's a lot better than a little bit of attack. So if people are telling you, oh, basically, in order to build them, you have to just look at the weapon types they like and do it, don't do it. I feel like this is just the game not giving you enough information, which is a problem. So it's not exactly a misinformation by certain someone or spreading rumors. It's just the game right now is not really telling you exactly what it gives, and is it good or worse than just having something that gives you a lot of skill damage or a lot of range, a lot of duration. Okay. On her secondary, she's good with pistol, and if you look at skills, that this stacks based on the trigger probability of the range weapon. Pretty sure one of these that is absolutely for free, this one, I think you get this for free, right? It's not a pistol, it gives trigger probability. I'm just gonna build this. I don't want to farm a goddamn pistol that gives me a little bit of trigger probability, especially if you're new at the game. Oh my god, I have seen this so many times, and I actually can't believe people genuinely think this changes anything. I have seen streamers, I have seen people say, for example, you're hunting Geniemons, go with Truffle. It says Kamer, skilled to training Geniemons. Now, all this is for expeditions. It's here. Like these recommended traits. That's all it is. That's literally all it is. She is not, if you're using Truffle, it will not actually increase Oh, really? Yes. It won't actually increase the chance of getting the Geniemon. Do you know? Well, we can test something. Let me show you. Let me show you something. So if it did do anything, I will show you a little test right now. Okay. See these colors on the base? That's a yellow. Okay. Let me exit. Okay. Let's change to truffle now. Deploy. All right. Look at that. It's still yellow. It doesn't change anything. It is misconception that people are doing all the time, and you could go ahead and use truffle. She's like very fast, you know, with her piggy. She's absolute speed. But don't be, I don't want to see people be like, oh, bro, I was even using truffle and I still lost the Geniemon. No shit, Sherlock. She doesn't change anything. Another thing, a lot of people think there's pity on secret letters. Again, that none of this has been confirmed by a dev. So I've seen some Reddit guides or people like talking in chats saying like, oh, stack low pity on like some other letter that you don't care about and then go on your limited letters later on. It doesn't matter. I don't think, none of this is confirmed. Okay. So even if it does exist, I wouldn't go follow blindly unless we get code like leaks or verification from devs. I'm heavily gonna assume that is absolute BS and there is nothing like pity, because I've seen people get 2 times 10 in 2 times in a row, which is extremely lucky. But I myself have had 110 in about 20 letters. And then I want to go into my favorite topic, Geniemons, because oh my god, Geniemon's chest guaranteeing shinies, it doesn't exist. Stop looking for the answer. Stop pestering me on my Geniemon video. Going for specific day cycles, giving you shinies, like depending on the time of day. No. Tricks by failing the Geniemon going the next day because it'll respawn the same Geniemon and then it's gonna, it might be a shiny. I also don't think that's the case. I think there are currently maps. You can see every genie spot. Now, this is the same as an interactive map in Genshin Impact, Wuthering Waves, or whatever you've used. Again, all this data is version 1.0. Okay, here are the problems. We don't know if these spawn locations of Geniemons are gonna change, because unlike chests, which are gonna be probably there the entire time, Geniemons move all the time. Okay, and Geniemons we will get more Geniemons as the game comes out. So this currently, from what I've tested, I went around and found every Geniemon, pretty much every Geniemon at these locations. Like it pretty much exists. And it seems people are saying the spawn times are like within a week, every Tuesday, every Friday, every Thursday. I don't know. There's all kinds of stuff. So spawns are not confirmed at all. There is no data mining. There's only assumptions on spawns. Stop looking for the correct answer. Otherwise, you're going to drive you insane. I'd say once a week or twice a week, go around, look for Geniemons, but I'm pretty sure they won't spawn more than once a week, each Geniemon. So people are pushing this very heavily, and here is my issue. Once a day or once a week, you have a limit. Some limit. Arbitrary limit that's been tested. Some people say it's 10, some people say it's 15, some people say it's 20, okay? Here's my problem with this arbitrary limit. So they're saying, so if you didn't know, if you go to certain places, such for example, capture, okay, and you click commission occurrence, you could rescue the Geniemon, okay? There are a few other of those. These limits make no sense, because here's the problem with the limits. I'm playing with Bob. We all know and love Bob, okay? We're co-oping. Me and Bob are co-oping, okay? Bob is a giga gamer. Bob has farmed capture like 50 times. Bob has now maxed out his supposed limit of Geniemons you can capture. Now, what happens if I like to play with my friend Bob? I get screwed over because Bob has passed all the Geniemon limits and I've never done them. So, what am I supposed to do? Not play with Bob? Or let's say Bob is an arbitrary person, okay, and I co-op with them. Does that guarantee I can't get the Geniemon? Because there's zero chance in hell, right, this game is going to be like, oh yeah, you can see this quest and he can't. They've not done that. They definitely will never do that. So this is my problem with this theory of having 20 to 30 daily or weekly Geniemons. Because at that point, I'm going to be like, F Bob. I don't want to play with Bob. Bob can screw himself. Okay? I'm going to play solo. If there is somewhere on Reddit or anywhere, code leak, like actual like data mining, or like devs confirming this, it makes sense. But is Geniemon going to be a limited thing? I don't know. In my opinion, though, what it could be is maybe you have like 5 or 10 that you will are guaranteed, and then you have like a smaller chance, like, you know, in Wuthering Waves when you do bosses and like you get the echoes and you have the first 10 that are guaranteed, but afterwards it's RNG and we have the soft pity system. It might be like that. However, they don't actually show this information anywhere. Right now, the problem is in this game, there's a lot of misinformation, a lot of people spreading wrong stuff. Sometimes I do as well. Like I said, the wedges, absolutely my fault. I screwed up and I was recommending these wedges. Yeah, but stay safe and enjoy the game.